I read yesterday it was on Monday, yeah, that the new labor chief will also be a risky factor for you. No, I don't think so. Because, I think just smiling because I think when you see the presentations, let's say Asian investors make within their boards on Europe, it's the same presentation we made 10 years ago when we go to to Korea, to Japan, whatever. So it's diversification to a higher risk. And this, again, I don't see any totally difference on that. If it comes, let's say, to a trophy building in continental Europe on a short list, 1 to 5, you have 1.5 Asian money, you have 1.5 US Canadian money, and then you have 2 European money. Well, that's the structure right now. Again. You mentioned some ad hoc things like the oil price thing. I don't think so that this will have a dramatic change on that. For sure, some things will decline, don't get me wrong. But again, we have to expect more money than ever looking for real estate due to risk reduction regimes globally. And this is, again, where I see from our industry, for sure, absolutely positive environment. Absolutely. So when I said with the risk, just to show what could happen, but I don't see this, to be honest.
We're seeing the same thing in terms of the perception that all the different current issues could increase investment through the need for diversification. And our understanding is that, because a lot of these things, the Chinese government has to sort of be comfortable with what's happening. And in some ways, I think the perception is that they're encouraging overseas investment as part of, because they want to demonstrate still an element of stability as part of their attempt to get the yuan to have reserve currency status. But I think there is a concern that the sort of parts of the market targeted at the Chinese retail investors, such as the resi, things like Embassy Gardens coming on stream and the Shell building, resi, that market could be more affected by what's happening in China, possibly.
So that private investors market is going to be dented far more than the institutional.
Potentially, I think, yeah, because I mean they obviously were quite highly exposed anyway to the Chinese equity market on a sort of leverage basis. So.
Yeah, we don't see any production yet in the institutional flow from China. In fact, we're just hiring a specific Chinese representative because we think it will continue for a long time.